Am I the jerk for legally destroying my invasive landlord's entire real estate portfolio and costing him hundreds of thousands of dollars? I'm a university student studying finance, and I recently moved into an off-campus apartment to save some money. The rent was surprisingly cheap, but I quickly found out why. The landlord, a guy in his 60s named Richard, was an absolute control freak. He treated the building like his own personal kingdom. He would constantly do surprise inspections without the legally required 24-hour notice, peeking through my windows and leaving passive-aggressive notes on my door if my blinds weren't drawn exactly the way he liked them. The breaking point happened last month. I do a lot of coding and game development on my computer setup. One day I came home from class and found Richard actually inside my apartment, taking pictures of my dual-monitor setup and my server tower. He smugly handed me a typed notice, claiming I was running an unauthorized commercial enterprise out of a residential unit. He slapped me with a ridiculous $5,000 fine, payable directly to him in cash, or he said he would evict me by the end of the week. I was furious, but I know how to read contracts and look up municipal codes. I reviewed my lease, and there was absolutely nothing prohibiting me from doing my university coding projects. But while I was digging into the city's public property records online, I found something incredibly juicy. Richard's building was originally zoned as a single-family home. He had illegally subdivided it into 5 separate apartments without pulling a single permit. The electrical wiring was a massive fire hazard, the plumbing was tied into the city grid illegally, and he wasn't paying the correct property taxes for a multi-family dwelling. He was practically begging to be audited. I didn't just want to get out of the $5,000 fine, I wanted to make sure he could never exploit another college student again. So I spent the entire weekend compiling a massive 50-page dossier. I included time-stamped photos of the unpermitted electrical panels, a copy of my lease, his illegal fine demands, and the city's own zoning maps. On Monday morning, I didn't give Richard a single dime. Instead, I hand-delivered 3 copies of my dossier, one to the City Housing Authority, one to the Fire Marshal, and one to the local tax assessor's office. Then I packed up my essential electronics and stayed at a friend's place. By Wednesday, the city had completely descended on the property. The Fire Marshal immediately deemed the building a severe hazard. Richard was hit with over $150,000 in municipal fines, ordered to refund all the tenants their deposits, and forced to tear down the illegal walls. He is now facing bankruptcy and potential tax fraud charges. He left me a screaming voicemail calling me a psychopath for ruining his retirement over a minor disagreement. So, am I the jerk?